Chloe, what's going on?
I'm not getting it.
What's it gonna take?
I don't know.
Chloe, if you can't stop this worm, then I have to tell Jack to reroute that plane wherever Nina wants.
Tony, please let me work.
Gonna help. It's just gonna take us farther away from where we need to be. Chloe.
Please shut up, Tony. Dalton, bring it back up to 50.
Okay. Clear. I'm clear.
What branches?
14 through 20.
What about you, Dalton?
Yeah, it's working. Radar's coming back up.
Are we okay?
I can't tell.
Yeah, here, it's coming back up.
No, stop the process.
But it's cycling through, Chloe. It's almost back up.
It's a defensive ploy built into the worm. It's not what we thought. It's a simple backpop virus. I just strip out the resource for it.
But look at the CPU. It's almost 100%.
Damn it, Adam, stop. What you're seeing on the monitor isn't real.
Do what she says.
Right, it stopped.
Wait, what's going on?
I think it's resetting itself. Got it.
Jack,
Yeah,
we're back up.
fully functional.
Fully functional.
We're resuming our approach. Good work. You can file a report with your commanding officer.
That was one of my most favorite shows of all time. 24, right along with The Wire. In the intro clip that you just saw, that was Chloe from 24, way before we had security incident and event management, SIM, right? It was all around us. Like 24 was a perfect example of cybersecurity, although, a little bit exaggerated, of course, but it was a perfect example. And there was so much security incident and event management happening in there. Always trying to save the world or Los Angeles or the United States, whatever the case may be, right? But it was awesome. But before we get any further, welcome to another episode of Software Explorations, Concepts and Overviews. I am your host, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about security incident and event management, SIM for short. All right. So yeah, like I was mentioning, this has been around us for the longest time. Going way back. It takes different forms, right? But it's a big part in the government, for counterterrorism and all that type of stuff, right? Monitoring things on all fronts, right? But we're going to be focusing on it a little bit more on the software engineering, technology company point of view. So let's just jump right into it. All right. So like I already said, our topic for today is security incident and event management. All right. So let's get into our agenda for today. We're going to be discussing what is SIM, security incident and event management. Why does it matter? The role that it plays in cybersecurity, the key components of SIM, the use of SIM in software development, the use of SIM in cybersecurity, the tools that are used for security incident and event management, how would we implement it, and what are some of the best practices, and then we're going to wrap up with our case studies, okay? Case studies and examples. So, what the heck is security incident and event management? So, SIM is a comprehensive approach to managing and analyzing security events in an information system. It involves the collection, normalization, and correlation and analysis of security-related data from the various sources within an organization's technology infrastructure. The primary goal of SIM is to provide a centralized view of an organization's information security. And it can be broken down into two key components. Although we're going to touch a lot more, but two key components, right? Security information management, SIM, and security event management, SIEM, right? And let's just discuss real quick, what is security information management, right? This aspect involves the collection of storage and analysis of log data generated throughout an organization's technology infrastructure. Log data is generated by various devices and applications such as firewalls, antivirus filters, intrusion detection prevention systems, servers, and more. SIM focuses on providing a centralized repository for log data and making it accessible for analysis and reporting. So if you remember in our past live stream, we were working on, we installed Grafana, we installed the Prometheus, we installed Loki, and we're trying to get the log data from our rock paper scissors project, right, to go into Grafana, but we had a little bit trouble in that, so we're working on that to get that in there. But we got 90% of the way there, right? So we're gonna continue working on that. You can click on the icon so you can watch that live stream implementation, right? So and then we have security event management, which is it involves real-time monitoring, correlation, and analysis of security events to detect and respond to security incidents promptly. Security events can include activities such as failed login attempts, firewall alerts, and other potential signs of malicious activity. SEM aims to identify patterns or anomalies that could indicate a security threat and trigger an appropriate response. So now we're monitoring to see like what is happening in real time on our system. Are we getting hit with you know different type like a bunch of failed logins? What's going on? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from some server farm? Some bot farm or something like that? What is what are these requests that are trying to bring down our firewall? Are we getting a DDoS attack? Who is trying to infiltrate our system, right? So that is what so that's what happens with the two security information management and security event management, which are the two main parts of security incident and event management. Right. So why is security information and or security incident? So why is security incident and event management important, right? So it has real-time threat detection, comprehensive security visibility, incident response and investigation, compliance management, threat intelligence integration, log management and analysis, efficient resource utilization, forensic analysis, proactive security measures, and risk management. So let's touch on a few of these, right? So, what is real time threat detection? So, some systems monitor and analyze security events in real time, allowing organizations to detect and respond to potential threats promptly. The ability to correlate events from various sources helps identify patterns that may indicate a security incident, enabling a rapid response, right? And let's go on comprehensive security visibility, which SEM provides a centralized view of an organization's entire information technology infrastructure, including networks, servers, applications, and security devices. Security analysis gain Security analysts gain comprehensive visibility into activities and events, helping them understand the organization's security posture, right? So back to our intro clip of 24, you see like all the systems that they're monitoring. You see how Chloe is just like going crazy, like trying to figure this stuff out. And she is hacking away to prevent the threat to the system so she can help Jack Bauer save the world, right? And let's go to threat intelligence integration, right? Some solutions often integrate with threat intelligence feeds, allowing organizations to stay informed about the latest threats and vulnerabilities. By incorporating threat intelligence, SEM enhances the ability to recognize and respond to emerging cyber threats, right? So, always being ready, always being prepared. Then log management and analysis. SIM systems collect, normalize, and analyze log data from various sources across the organization. Log management and analysis provides valuable insights into user activities, system behavior, and potential security incidents. All right. And let's go to efficient resource utilization, right? Because that's really, really important, right? So SIM helps optimize the use of security resources by automating the analysis of vast amounts of security related data. Automating Automated alerts and prioritization allows security teams to focus on critical issues, improving overall efficiency, right? Because you can't just go chasing down every little thing. So you have to make sure that things are actually valid, and there's ways that there's automation tools that you can use to reduce things that don't really need to be looked at, and if they meet a certain threshold, then you can go after that. All right, so we're not going to go through all of these because trust me, like, you need to do your own research as well. I'm just providing you some insight into this field, into this position, so that you can make your own judgments on what's best for you. All right, so what is the role of SIM in cybersecurity? The security information and event management system plays a pivotal role in cybersecurity by serving as a central hub for collecting, analyzing, and responding to security events and incidents across an organization's information technology infrastructure. In essence, SIM acts as a critical component to an organization's cybersecurity strategy, providing the tools and insights needed to monitor, respond to, and mitigate security threats. It helps organizations stay ahead of cyber threats, enhance their incident response capabilities, and maintain a proactive approach to cybersecurity. what are some of the key components of security incident and event management? So we have event sources, log collection, normalization, correlation engine, alerting and notification, dashboards and reporting, security information management, security event management, incident response, and integration threat intelligence. Right. So we touched on a few of these already, but I do want to touch in some that I think we should touch on, right? So let's go to event sources, right? Event sources are devices, applications, and systems that generate logs and other security related events. Examples include firewalls, antivirus solutions, intrusion detection and prevention systems, servers, and network devices. Because there's many different ways that intruders can try to get in. So all of these things that are connected to the network, they should be producing logs and sending them to a centralized source or wherever they're producing logs, the centralized source should be able to ingest them, and then we can take that data to figure out what's going on. So that leads us into log collection, which is the log collection component is responsible for gathering security related log data from various event sources. The role that it plays in SIEM is this component ensures that all relevant log data is aggregated in a centralized location, allowing for efficient analysis and correlation. So now we get to normalization because we can have all this data, but what do we do with it if it's like in different formats? So normalization involves converting log data from different event sources into a standardized format. This makes it easier to correlate and analyze events. So when you take these different events, right, like these different logs, because there can be 5 different log sources that are saying the same thing, that someone is attacking you, but they report different because of the applications are different. So we need to take that and we need to normalize it and say, okay, when we get these alerts from these 5 different sources, this is what it's trying to tell us, and now we need to investigate and we need to protect ourselves, right? We need to harden down the system, go into lockdown mode, right? The correlation engine analyzes and correlates events from multiple sources to identify patterns or anomalies that may indicate a security incident, right? So based on the data that it normalizes, now it goes into the correlation engine to see, okay, what is going on, and it puts it all together to say, okay, we need to look into this, right? Then that leads us, like everything that we're seeing here, it's a step by step process. They all relate to another. So alerting and notification. The alerting and notification component generates alerts when the SIEM system identifies events that match predefined rules or indicates potential security events or potential security incidents, right? So based on what the correlation engine determines from the normalized data, which got that from the log collection, which got it from the event sources, now we have alerts going out to say, hey, there's something that's going on here. We're not too sure, but it should be brought to your attention. We need you to look into it, okay? And then the role that it plays in SIEM is alerts notify security analysts of potential threats, enabling them to investigate and respond promptly, exactly like we said, which leads us then to the dashboard and reporting. Security security incident and event management solutions typically include a dashboard and reporting tools that provide visual representation of security data. These may include charts, graphs, and tables. If you remember 24, right? For those who watch 24, you remember like they had all those screens up there with like different charts, different like locations, and all this type of stuff. So like they're looking for spikes and stuff like that. Pretty much all companies have some sort of tool and dashboard that can see, okay, where do we need to focus on? Oh, this is going up. Let's look into that. Oh, it's keep going up. Okay, we might have a problem. Mayday, mayday, right? So we need to fix that. We need to jump on that to see what's going on. And then security information management. So we already discussed that, but it focuses on the storage and management of log data for compliance, reporting, and forensic analysis. And then security event management, which we also touched on as well. It involves real-time monitoring, analysis, and response to these security events. So it's all works together. And then we go to the incident response. The incident response component assists security teams in investigating and responding to security incidents. So it's like the blueprint of like if something happens, what do we do, right? A lot of times we call those run books. And the role that it plays in SIM is incident response features provide tools and workflows to streamline the investigation and resolution of security incidents. And then lastly, we have the integration with threat intelligence. Many SIEM solutions integrate with external threat intelligence feeds to stay updated on the latest threats and vulnerabilities, right? So those are the key components to have a healthy, functional SIEM infrastructure, right? It is going to help with proactively monitoring, analyzing, and responding to security events, ultimately strengthening your overall cybersecurity posture. So, how is SIM used in software engineering, right? So, while SIM is not particularly a tool designed for software engineering tasks, it plays a vital role in maintaining the security of software systems and ensuring that development practices align with broader cybersecurity objectives. By integrating SIM into the overall security strategy, organizations can enhance the resilience of their software applications and protect against potential threats, right? And just to add to that, as a software engineer, you're also responsible for the logs being created and being sent to wherever they're being sent, right? So you need to make sure you have good logs, you have good logging, clear error messages, not some like cryptic thing or just a 500 error that doesn't tell you what's actually going wrong. You need to be very clear with the information that you're sending to the logs so that the analyst can be able to pick that up and do whatever is necessary to rectify a potential problem. So that is a very big component to it in software engineering, as well as following the best practices that are laid out by our analysts, by our cybersecurity team, by whoever is responsible for the SIM platform that we have, the SIM infrastructure that we have at our given company. And now, how is it used in cybersecurity? So, SIM is a critical cybersecurity tool that provides organizations with the capabilities needed to monitor, analyze, and respond to cybersecurity events. It offers a comprehensive and centralized approach to cybersecurity, helping organizations protect their assets and sensitive information while from a wide range of cyber threats.
Haven't you ever taken a psychology class? People keep secrets.
I don't. Not from my friends. Why didn't you tell me Jack was alive?
Oh, come on. It's called national security. Okay, when we find the nerve gas and the alert level drops, we can have some chamomile tea, and I'll tell you all my secrets, okay?
What are some of the tools used for security incident and event management? So we have Splunk, right? Splunk is a versatile platform that collects, indexes, and correlates data from various sources, including logs, events, and machine data. We have IBM Q Radar, which it's an enterprise-grade security incident and event management solution that integrates logs and event data from across the organization. We have Logarithm. It's used to offer a SIEM platform with features such as log management, security analytics, and user and entity behavior analytics, right? So like a lot of these, like there's a lot of different tools around here. It's about doing your proper research to see what is it that your organization needs, right? There's Arc Site, which is part of Micro Focus, and it pretty much is the same thing, right? It's known for its robust SIEM capabilities, providing real-time correlation analysis. Then we have the Elastic Stack, right? Elk Stack. And that consists of Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana, providing an open source solution for log management and analysis, right? So it's an open source solution similar to Grafana, which is an open source solution. We went with the Grafana route, but the Elastic Stack can do pretty much the same thing. I've used Elastic Search in Logstash in the past as well, not necessarily for SIM, but I have used it. And we have Solar Winds Security Event Manager in SEM, and it is a SIEM solution that offers log management, correlation, and real-time threat detection. Same thing. So like all these pretty much do the same thing. So it's up to you. You have to make the best choice. There's Alien Vault USM, which is now known as AT&T Cybersecurity, and it integrates SIEM with other security tools, providing a unified approach to threat detection. We have Sumo Logic, what I currently use at my own company, which is a cloud-based log management and analytics platform that helps organizations gain insight into their log data. It offers real-time analytics, machine learning, and scalability in the cloud-native environment. And we have RSA Net Witness Platform, and it offers this SIEM platform with a focus on advanced threat detection and incident response. We have Graylog. It's an open source log management and SIEM platform that allows organizations to centralize and analyze log data. And lastly, we have the Symantec Broadband Security Information Manager, and it's the SSIM, and it provides log management, correlation, and incident response capabilities to help organizations enhance their security posture. So as you can see, all these tools provide the same exact thing. Some of them are open source. Some of them are, or most of them are paid, right? But I would say if you are trying to get more familiar with it, number one, follow the Grafana live stream that we did the other day, and number two, try it out with these open source ones, right? Try it out with Elastic Stack. Try it out with Graylog to see. Try it out with Grafana. See how you can get a better understanding, how you can like, maybe import the rock paper scissors challenge, right? And see how you can get those logs in the rock paper scissors challenge to go into Grafana or into Elastic Stack or into Graylog, because what that will do for you, it will give you a good understanding of how these other tools work. You have to adjust to like the UI of them and the like, certain features and functionalities, but you like it'll take you, I'd say it'll take you about a good 85 to 90% of the way on how to use all these other tools that are listed. And then you can be well on your way, and you can get really good at doing queries so that once you hit the job, you can hit the ground running, So that would be my recommendation to you. So how would you implement SIEM, right? So I'm just gonna go through these 12 points. So the first thing you would do, you would define the objectives and the requirements that you're trying to achieve. You would conduct a risk assessment to see if your objectives and requirements are actually valid. Then you would select your suitable SIEM solution, right? So based on the list that we went through, you can choose one of those. You can choose a paid version, an enterprise version. You could choose an open source one. It just depends on you. Then you're going to plan your infrastructure, right? What do you want in your infrastructure? And you are going to integrate log source, so now like what we were trying to do the other day, try to get the logs to go into your application that you choose. Then you're going to normalize the data. So all the data that's coming in can be transformed into something that can make sense across different applications so we can have a better visibility. And you're going to create your rules and your use cases for this implementation. You're going to configure the automated responses. When alerts start coming in, what do you do? Just figuring that out. And then you're going to integrate threat intelligence feeds. So wherever these threat intelligence feeds data come from, you're going to apply that to your system so that it can stay up to date and it can have a better understanding of what it's doing. Then you're going to train your users, right? User training and awareness, right? You're going to train your users and make them more aware so they can be more security minded in the things that they're doing. Make sure that everything's on the up and up. And then you're going to have continuous monitoring and tuning, because it's based on iteration, right? As you learn more, you do better, right? So so you're always monitoring the system, see what's coming in, see what's going out, and if there's anything that needs to be tweaked, then you go ahead and do that. And then you're going to develop the incident response plan, right? So if something happens, what do we do? Because you don't want to be caught like a chicken with its head cut off once there is an incident, okay? So what are some of the best practices for SIEM? So here's what you can do, right? Start with a pilot implementation. Choose a software, do a pilot, see how it goes. Then you're going to prioritize the critical assets. You're going to regularly review and update the policies. Like I said, as you learn more, you're going to make adjustments, right? You're going to collaborate across all the teams to say, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what we need from you. What do you need from us, right? You're going to secure the security information and event management infrastructure. Settle down on something, build it out, make sure it's strong. You're going to ensure and enforce compliance, right? Because your job is to protect the company. So if people say, "Oh, I don't want to do it. I just want to do whatever I want," not only that you ensure but if ensure that you're doing it, but if someone is not, you have to enforce the compliance with it, right? Train the staff regularly. Make sure they're getting updates. They know what they're supposed to do. They're not skipping their trainings and stuff like that. Monitor system performance. That goes for itself. See how the CPUs are, how the RAM is, how the hard drives are. To make sure that no one's trying to attack us. You're going to maintain thorough documentation, because documentation is key. People need to know what's going on, and if someone else is picking it up, they need to know what to do. You're going to conduct regular tests and drills. Just like fire drills. We're going to have to make sure that if something does go wrong, we are prepared to handle it. And then we're going to stay informed about new threats. Always stay up to date. Always stay researching it to make sure that we're not missing stuff, right? And then develop a continuous improvement plan where you probably can schedule it. Use your calendar to say, all right, every 3 months we're going to be doing this. and every month and a half we're going to be doing that, and just so you can stay updated as well as your team and your company can stay updated. So let's get into some case studies real quick, right? So the first one is the retail industry. So the first one is the retail industry, right? And we're going to be talking about detecting insider threats. So the scenario is a large chain uses a SIM system to monitor user activities across its network. The SIM solution detects an unusual pattern of activity involving an employee accessing sensitive customer information outside of their normal working hours, right? So what's the outcome of this? The organization is alerted to the potential insider threat. An investigation is launched, leading to the discovery of an employee attempting to steal customer data for personal gain. The SIM system, real-time monitoring and alerting capabilities help to prevent a significant data breach. Our next example is for a financial service compliance and fraud prevention. So it says a financial institution implemented a SIM solution to meet regulatory compliance requirements and enhance fraud detection. The SIM system correlates transaction logs, user activities, and external threat intelligence to identify suspicious patterns. So what's the outcome? The SIM system helps the financial institution detect and prevent fraudulent activities, ensuring compliance with industry regulations. Automated response and real-time alerts enable swift action against potential threats, minimizing financial losses and maintaining the trust of customers. Now let's go to our next example. So this one is for healthcare protecting patient data, especially with these HIPAA laws. So a healthcare provider deploys a SIM solution to monitor access to patient records, ensuring the confidentiality and integrity of sensitive medical information. The SIM system correlates logs from electronic health records, EHRs system, and authentication events and network activities. So what's the outcome of this? The system detects an unusual logging pattern indicating unauthorized access to patient records. The security team quickly identifies and blocks the unauthorized user, preventing a potential data breach and maintaining compliance with healthcare privacy regulations, which also prevents potential lawsuits on top of lawsuits about not properly protecting patient data. Then we have a technology company. Incident response and analysis. So a technology company faces a cybersecurity threat incident involving a ransomware attack. The company utilizes its SIM system to analyze logs, identify the source of the attack, and assess the impact on critical systems. The outcome that we have is the SIM system helps the incident response team contain the ransomware, restore affected systems, and investigate the root cause of the incident. How did they get in? Detailed logs and forensic analysis capabilities provided by the SIM solution aid in the recovery process and prevent future attacks. And our last one is government agency insider threat detection. A government agency employs a SIEM solution to monitor activities on its network, including access to sensitive documents and classified information. The SIM system identifies an employee with elevated privileges attempting to access classified documents without authorization. The outcome of this is the SIM system triggers alerts and the security team quickly intervenes to protect unauthorized access. An investigation reveals the insider threat and appropriate actions are taken, including revoking access privileges and implementing additional security measures and firing that person on the spot. All right. So, important note, these are scenarios and they're hypothetical. They don't represent any particular company or anything like that, right? But, you should definitely look into real world case studies that involve things like this, because a lot of times they're confidential, but you should, and that's why we do the bug bite, to try to figure this stuff out, to get more visibility into this, right? So definitely check that out. So in conclusion, we talked about what is SIM, why does it matter, its role in cybersecurity, the key components to it, the use of SIM in software development, the use of SIM in cybersecurity, the tools needed for it, how to implement it, what are some of the best practices, and then we just finished wrapping up reviewing some case studies. All right. So with that being said, if you have any questions, any feedback, please drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. Did I miss anything? Did I get it right? Do you like the video? Do you hate the video? Let me know. I am curious and anxious to interact with you in the chat. So with that being said, let's go back here. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think. Did you like 24, right? Was 24 one of your favorite shows like it was for me? So let me know. So if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, hit the notification bell so you can know every single time that we go live. Let me know what you think about the video. I'm curious to hear from you. Don't hesitate to give me some feedback, whether it's good or bad, and we can go from there. But until next time, folks, this has been another episode of Software Explorations, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph. Check out the Patreon at www.techcoachralph.dev, and we are out.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.